The holographic display flickered to life in the command center of the Lunar Defense Station, casting an eerie blue glow across Annie's face. She stood rigid, her fingers dancing across the tactical interface as she monitored the approaching fleet. 23 massive warships, each belonging to a different species of the Galactic Council, had crossed into Earth's outer defense perimeter. "Commander Massey, they're hailing us again," Annie reported, her voice steady despite the tension crackling through the air. Massey strode across the command deck, his boots echoing in the cavernous space. The lunar station had been humanity's secret for the past 50 years, a marvel of engineering that the arrogant council had dismissed as impossible for such a primitive species. He touched the communication panel, and the visage of Council Arbiter's Exther materialized before them. The alien's eyes gleamed with superiority, its mandibles clicking in what passed for a smile among its kind. "Humans," it began, its translator rendering the words in flat, emotionless tones. "You have 48 hours to surrender your planet's resources and submit to Council authority. Your refusal to join our collective has been tolerated, but no longer. We have shown remarkable patience." Annie's jaw clenched. Patience. They called it patience when they had blockaded Earth's trade routes, when they had destroyed 3 colony ships heading to Mars, when they had demanded humanity and over its fusion technology, the one innovation that had caught the Council's attention. Massey's expression remained neutral, but Annie knew him well enough to see the cold calculation in his eyes. "Arbiter, I recommend you reconsider this course of action." Zexither's laugh was a chittering sound that made Annie's skin crawl. "Reconsider? Human, we have conquered 300 worlds. Our combined fleet could glass your planet in hours. You have no military worth mentioning, no allies, no mercy," Massey finished quietly. He nodded to Annie. Her fingers moved across the console, entering a sequence she had hoped never to use. Around Earth, hidden throughout the asteroid belt, buried beneath the lunar surface, and scattered across the solar system, humanity's real defense network awakened. The Council had made their fatal error years ago when they had scanned Earth's defenses and found them laughable primitive nuclear weapons, conventional warships, basic railguns. They had never scanned deeper. They had never imagined that humanity had learned the greatest lesson from its own violent history. Never show your enemy your true strength until the moment you strike. "What are you?" Zexither's eyes widened as his sensors began screaming warnings. The first wave hit the Council fleet in 4.2 seconds. Quantum displacement missiles, phasing through conventional shields as if they didn't exist, materialized inside the hulls of 6 warships simultaneously. The detonations were precise, clinical, catastrophic. 6 extinction-level vessels simply ceased to exist, their atoms scattered across space. "Impossible!" Zexither shrieked. "You don't have the technology, didn't?" Annie corrected coldly, her fingers continuing their deadly dance. Past tense. Massey watched the tactical display with grim satisfaction. Humanity had spent 50 years preparing for this moment, ever since first contact had revealed the Council's true nature, a federation built on subjugation and theft of technological advancement from conquered species. Every human scientist, every engineer, every resource had been secretly funneled into the defense initiative. The second wave launched from hidden stations throughout the solar system, directed energy weapons, operating at frequencies the Council's sensors couldn't even detect, sliced through the remaining fleet with surgical precision. Massey had insisted on efficiency, not cruelty, but absolute effectiveness. No survivors to report back, no witnesses to warn the Council of what humanity had become. Zexither's ship shuddered as its escort vessels disintegrated around it. "Wait, we can negotiate. The Council will offer you." "The Council," Massey interrupted, his voice carrying the weight of centuries of human warfare, "made the mistake of threatening our home, of threatening our children, of demanding we kneel." He leaned closer to the camera. "We don't kneel, Arbiter. We adapt, we overcome, we survive." And he activated the final protocol. Throughout the solar system, humanity's true masterpiece revealed itself, a network of quantum entanglement communicators that would broadcast the next 17 minutes to every Council world simultaneously. Let them watch. Let them see what happened to those who threatened Earth. The lunar station's main weapon powered up, a gravitational manipulator that humanity had reverse-engineered from captured Council technology and improved beyond recognition. Annie had named it Peacemaker, a grim joke that Massey had appreciated. For the record, Massey said, his voice now broadcasting to the entire Council. Humanity offered peace. We offered cooperation as equals. You responded with threats and ultimatums. He paused, letting the weight of the moment settle. This is our response. The Peacemaker fired. Zexither's flagship, the pride of the Council fleet, compressed into a singularity the size of a marble. The gravitational shockwave that followed consumed the remaining vessels like a cosmic tsunami. In 3 minutes and 47 seconds, 23 warships and their 70,000 crew members were reduced to scattered atoms and radiation. Annie watched the tactical display go dark, her hands trembling slightly as adrenaline faded. All targets eliminated, Commander. Fleet is gone. Massey nodded slowly, feeling the weight of what they had just done. But as he looked at Earth floating serenely in the view screen, blue and green and utterly irreplaceable, he felt no regret. They had protected home. They had sent a message that would echo across the galaxy. Send the broadcast to all Council worlds, he ordered. Include our terms, leave humanity alone, and we leave you alone. Threaten us again. He gestured to the empty space where a fleet had been moments before. And we'll show you what else we've been building. Annie executed the command. And across hundreds of light years, the Galactic Council watched in horror as their strongest fleet was erased from existence. In the days that followed, not a single Council ship approached human space. Humanity had spoken. The galaxy had listened. And in the Lunar Command Center, Annie and Massey stood watch. Guardians of a species that had finally claimed its place among the stars not through submission, but through strength, innovation, and the unwavering will to protect their home. The age of humanity had begun.